Hi, everybody. This is Trader Mom, otherwise known as Femme, Lolita. Okay, so I'm showing you my welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe. And also, so I'm going to show you something for my first video. And for people who will be new to my channel, I'm going to assume that you know a lot about trading by now. So I'm just going to give you the basics for this first video. So as you can see, I'm showing my screen and I'm in a live trade right now. So this is just a demonstration account, right? As you can see, I have $48. I'm trading 1 cent and I'm currently winning. And if you can see the red dotted line, that's my entry. And I'm currently making a profit, and you can clearly see what my take profit point is. Okay. So now the question is, how do you make your entries and your exits? Okay, so before you get that far, you're going to have to be acquainted with a lot of things first before I reach those kinds of questions. So what I want to show you right now is, just the basics of trading. So first off, I've been trading since quite a while, okay, some years now. I've learned a lot since then. I learned a lot from just watching the market move. I don't necessarily trade as long as I know where it's going and what it's doing at any particular time of the day, the month, or the year. So that's how I learned my trade. That's how I learned my skill as a trader. All right, the next thing is I want to tell you about the things I use to as the basis for my trades. So as you can see, I have some lines here. You see those red lines right here. Now, if you have been trading for some time, then you know what this is. These are support and resistance lines. The ceiling is always the resistance. The floor is always this support. Okay, so this is very basic information that every trader must know. Support and resistance is the basis of all proper trading. Okay, and as you can see, I'm still getting ahead. All right, I want you to look carefully at the kind of trade that I've done here. So just to give you a background of what I can do, of what kind of thing I do in trading. So around 3 days ago, which was around, okay, today is Wednesday rather. So last Friday or Thursday, I had around $4. Okay, so I had around $4 in my account, and I brought it back up to $40 yesterday, and now I have $48. All right, so what's my point? My point is the whole nature of my skill is all about doubling your money. Whatever money you have, it doesn't matter if it's $10, $20, $30, $200, $2,000, or $200,000. It doesn't matter. My whole skill is based on doubling that amount for any given period of time. Usually anywhere between a few days to 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks is already considered too long. So as you can see, as what I mentioned a while ago, I had around $4 a few days ago. Just to give you an illustration, okay, I ran the account to the ground just to show you how far you can go with a little bit of money. Okay, I had $4. And then in like 2 or 3 days, I turned it into $40. And right now, so this is my current account. Okay. So I know a lot of people out there are trading with big money. So anyway, this video is all about technical skills. Okay. So I don't need to show you a lot of money just to show you how to trade, because you can trade with any amount of money. If you are a retail trader, you don't need hundreds and thousands of dollars. All you need to have is technical skill and the power of exponential growth. Okay, compounding your money exponentially, because that is the power of trading. Okay, so the other thing that I want to say is what I would endeavor to do to make my channel different from all the other Forex channels. I'm sure you've seen a lot, you've watched a lot of channels. What I'd like to offer you is to show you that trading can be done by anybody as long as you have the proper mindset. And as long as you have, a certain way of seeing things. If you love geometry, making shapes and patterns, recognizing patterns and completing patterns. Remember, we had a lot of those kinds of tests in the IQ exams. I always wondered what use those math problems were. If you know what I'm talking about those math questions where you have a pattern, you have a certain kind of you have a set of numbers in a sequence, and you're supposed to guess what the next set of numbers are. Or you have this puzzle, it's half of a puzzle, and you have to guess what the next part of the puzzle should be. So if you're good at those things, if assuming you know what I'm talking about, just take an IQ test, then you'll know what I'm talking about. So if you like those things, you're good at those things, then trading is for you. Okay. And if you like trigonometry, where you measure and draw arcs, I was never good at it back in school, but now I sort of understand why we had to learn them. And it's not really useful for much of anything in my life, but it turns out it's useful for this. Okay, it's useful for trading. So let me know in the comments if you agree with me, or if you know what I'm talking about, or if you think I'm wrong or right. Okay, so what else? So, okay, so back to my chart. I took a lot size of 1 cent, okay? Because as I mentioned a while ago, it doesn't matter how much money you're trading. The important thing is the principle of entries and exits, and you can apply it in any type of any type of account that you're handling. You can apply it to any account size. So assuming that I had $100 here, $1,000 here, and I was trading $101 per pip, I would be making $238 by now. All right, because this is 200. My profit is around 230 pips. My lot size is 1 cent. So what matters is I know I entered at the right place. If you can see this red line, you can see based on the size of the opening of the candle, I just entered at the precise moment, right? For this hour, I entered at the precise moment. Look at my entry. My entry was at the base of the candle. Okay. So I entered in the previous R. I have not made an exit yet because I'm banking on a certain take profit point. So as you can see, my take profit point is up here. It's this white dotted line. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. So the whole point of this this video is to show you where are your, to be able to know where your possible entries and exits should be, and how you can make an informed decision on where to plot your entries and exits, right? Because that's what trading is all about. It's using skill to identify the best place to buy and to sell. All right, because price action and prices are not based on, are based on a lot of things. All right, they're based on many factors, but you as a trader, as a retail trader, you can base your entries on exits on things that you can control and on things that you can learn and identify, such as technical analysis, right? Of which I shall be talking a lot of in my other videos. All right. So okay. So you might notice my chart is using a certain set of colors that you may or may not have seen before. Probably you have your own set of colors, or probably you're using the default colors on the charts. But I prefer to have a gray background because it makes it easier for me to see the chart. And I prefer white bull candles and black bear candles because, face it, the bull icon is white and the bear icon is always black, isn't it? So, all right, I never got used to the red and green candles. They look too Christmassy for me, and they're not really good on the eyes, if you ask me. Now, is it really up to you. It doesn't matter what candles, what color of the candles, or what color of the charts you prefer. It doesn't really matter. It's all up to you. Now, the next question is, what are all these lines? I'm sure you're wondering at what my indicators are. So, okay, now the discussion about indicators will go much later. It will come later. And I think what's more important is to identify the other more basic elements of the chart. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change this chart template. Let's see, remove the template. Okay, I'm gonna make a new chart. A new chart for gold. If I didn't mention it yet, I am a trader of the gold dollar pair. I specialize in the gold dollar, and I do it because I've been trading the gold dollar for many years. I have traded other currency pairs as well, the dollar yen. I started out with a pound yen. Okay, I have a lot of favorites out there. Dollar Swiss, I think, is also a good one. But you know, what I want to stress is that when you are starting out in trading, market trading, you must choose one pair only and be loyal to that pair. Now, the reason why you need to do that is because you have to be familiar with that pair. You have to know it like the back of your hand. All right. And I have invested many, many years in gold, trading gold. One of the reasons is that gold is quite volatile, and I have a special love for precious metals. I'm a collector of silver. I wouldn't want to say that I collect gold, but I do regularly invest in physical gold. Okay, because if you have been educated in the financial markets for quite some time, then you would know what fiat money is. Fiat money is paper money, the currencies that we use right now, and most investors know that fiat money has very little value. All right, they're subject to inflation, and in the event of wars or catastrophes, all your paper money would amount to nothing. So I still do believe in investing in physical things that have intrinsic value. One of them is precious metals, and this is the reason why I trade gold on the financial markets. All right. So if and any strategy or technique that I'll be talking about on my blog, you can use it for basically any currency pair that you want. It doesn't matter what it is. You know, I used to trade New York stock, New York NASDAQ, and I forgot the others. It was quite some time ago, but I did used to trade Netflix. And you can see, right, if you base it on how much Netflix has grown over the past 7 years, past 5 to 7 years, you'll be amazed. You'd be really rich by now if you bought that stock. Okay, so I traded Netflix for a company that I was working for back then. I used to work for a trading company, and we were floor traders at that time. That was around maybe 5 years ago. But what I remember about Netflix is that it was really volatile. Yeah, it was really volatile. And that's what that's what you're looking for when you are choosing a currency to trade. You want something that is volatile. It has a lot of movement. Maybe some people would be, some people would advise trading Bitcoin. If crypto is your cup of tea, then well, you're welcome to it, but it's not exactly my cup of tea because, well, I prefer gold really. So having invested so much time on gold, studying the markets, I've learned to recognize its pace and its pace and its characteristics, movements. So you want to get to that stage. As a trader, you want to reach that stage that you know your currency pair so well that you'll be able to second guess what the next move will be, because it's like breathing. You inhale, you exhale. You inhale, and that would be a bullish move. You exhale, that would be a bearish move. You inhale and you exhale, and you're going to be able to say, I know when he's going to exhale, I know when he's going to inhale, and then you make your action accordingly. Okay, so here I'm still on the up and up. In fact, this morning I did trade somewhere here. Okay, I did trade somewhere here. So let's just okay, where is it? View, insert indicators, lines. Right, let's use the trend line, a horizontal line. Okay, so this is your support level. I made a trade somewhere here early this morning. Okay, somewhere here. So I've made some profit here, and then I saw that I was taking a rest here, and based on my analysis, I saw that it was still planning to continue to go up. So I made another entry here. And again, if you notice from my entry, my choice of entry was quite accurate, right? All right, so I'm going to put out the period separator, properties, period separator here. So the period separator is useful to see what happens in a given day. For the most part, I am a day trader. I make my entries and exits on the same day. I secure my profit by the end of the day. And the end of the day would be, because I'm speaking from Manila time, all right, it would be anywhere before 6 a.m., before 5 a.m. rather, the next day. Okay, very often I quit trading around midnight or even before that, around 11, because the movements thereafter don't look very interesting to me. Now, if I've made a mistake and I know that the market is going to turn the next day, I usually leave it on overnight, and I have enough space and margin to entertain the reversal, as we call it. And then when the price is back up again to my liking, or if I've made a break even, then that's the time when I make an exit. So usually a day later. All right, so that's what I do as a day trader. Now I know there are other people out there who like swing trading. Now here's my very, very basic advice. Swing trading is for people who want to trade small amounts of, big amounts of money, which I know a lot of people are doing. If you want to trade $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, then you'll have enough space to make way for mistakes, right, without having to pay for them. See, I'm encountering a reversal right now, but I'm just letting it be because I trade by the hour. Okay, now for retail traders like myself, I'm a work-at-home mom, I'm a housewife, and I don't really believe in putting in a huge amount of money into a financial instrument like this, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because the nature of trading is in such a way that it will tempt you to make a lot of mistakes if you give in to your greed or fear. Now, in the beginning, when I was still starting off in my trading career, I had a lot of fear. Okay, but as time moved on and I got better and better at trading, I encountered a lot of greed in my life. Okay, so for any seasoned trader, you'll know that both greed and fear don't really work to your advantage. So you need a balance. So this is the balance that I'm talking about. Hopefully I'm talking to an audience of stay-at-home moms like me who are looking for other sources of income, and this is something that you can do at home while homeschooling your kids, taking care of the baby, doing your housework or whatever, which is what I'm doing. So this, I'm going to explain, okay, my account balance, right? You see $40 there. I started off with $25. I ran it to the ground to $4, and then I brought it back up again here to $48. Now, what is the purpose or what benefit can you get from trading spare change? All right, for a lot of people there, I know you'd consider like $20, $40, $50 of spare change. What is the benefit? All right, the benefit is that if you can achieve a skill of doubling your money every week, all right, every week, or at the most every 2 weeks, then it doesn't matter how much money you trade. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Right, so let's pull up a calculator. Okay, let's assume that you start off with $50. Okay, put it into your broker. If you double this money within a week, then you'd have $100 by the end of the week, right? You started off with 50. Now you're gonna take your $100 and double it again the following week. So by the second week, you'll have $200. All right, now you have $200. You're going to use the exact same principles that you use to trade and make $100 about from your initial 50. So you're just gonna do the exact same thing, except this time you're working with $200, all right, for that week, right, for that week. You're gonna double it. So by the end of that week, you'll have $400. I'm talking about the third week, am I right? 50, 100, 200, 400, 50. You have 50 on the first week, you double it to 100. It's 200 by the second week. It's 400 by the third week. By the end of the month, you do the exact same principles and you'll have $800 by the end of the month, more or less. So do you understand the principle of trading small? Okay, this is the power of compounding interest, exponential growth. Okay, and this is the reason why banks want your money, because this is what they can do with your money. Now, unfortunately, not a lot of people are knowledgeable or skillful in investment or trading or financial literacy. So this is what my channel is here for. Anyone can do this. And you don't need a lot of money. You don't need hundreds and thousands of dollars. You don't need $1 million to do this, right? If you make $800 at the end of the month, and all you had at the beginning was $50, I don't think that's so bad, is it? Okay, so, all right, so whatever strategy I'm using, I just want to make it clear it's useful for small amounts and big amounts. Okay, all right. So the other thing I want to talk about is, all right, the reason why I recommend trading in small amounts, because it's a test of skill. Okay, you won't find a lot of people who can double their money every week. All right, I'm not saying that I'm the best trader. No, I'm not saying anything like that. All right, I'm not saying that, I'm better than all of you. No. I'm just saying that it is a skill that is possible and it can be learned. Okay, the smaller money you have, the greater skill you must have, and it can be learned. Okay, the second reason why I recommend trading in small amounts is because it influences your psychology. Okay, and as you know, if you're a seasoned trader, psychology is a big deal in trading. Okay, you must trade with no fear, with no greed. It's like, it's like you have nothing to lose. You're not holding back, you're not hesitant, you're not resisting, you're not trading with a clenched fist. right? You're going all out, and you can only do that when you're trading small amounts of money. You get what I mean? Okay, so that's part of the strategy that I'm going to talk about at length on my channel. The other thing is that, you know, you can do this trading plan that I showed you, just double your money every month, then you'll be a millionaire at the end of the year. Okay, it's easier said than done. So the other thing, all right, now if everybody could do it, everybody would be a millionaire. Obviously, it's something that is not easily done. You really have to focus on it to make it happen. So as I said before, I'm not claiming to be a, you know, I'm not claiming to be elite, but if you can find somebody who can trade their money and double it every week, then you be the judge if you'd call them elite or not. So all traders, um, regardless of background or regardless of stature, all traders make mistakes. All right, because of the nature of trading makes use of your mental abilities, technical skill, attitude, character, focus, psychology. There are so many factors involved. That is why errors are built into, they are accounted for. You have to expect errors to come. And so that's why my other strategy is that every time you double your money, I recommend taking out half of that and just use it for whatever, like, let's say, for example, I'm putting in $100 today. I'm going to double it by the end of the week. It's going to be $200. And I'm going to take out that $100 and just buy my daughter a set of roller skates, because that's what I was trading for that week. You get what I mean? Okay, so let's pretend I'm going to trade $600 for this week. I'm going to double it by the end of the week or by the end of the second week. And then I'm going to pull out my profit, which is half of that. I'm going to make $1,200. I'm going to pull out my profit and I'm going to use it for whatever I was intending to use it for. Okay, do you get what I mean? So you trade short term and you use your profit for whatever you intended it for. You don't accumulate all your money in your broker for too long a time, because the day is going to come when you're going to make a mistake and you're going to lose everything. Okay? Because we're still human. We're not machines. We are prone to mistakes, to fatigue, to fear, to greed, miscalculation. Okay, the important thing is that you have to decide today that you are going to be the kind of trader who will have an 80 or 90% win rate. Okay, and that can be achieved. And that's what I'm going to talk about on this channel. Okay, so that's all for now. I'm very sorry if it sounded like I was rambling, because I didn't really plan on making this video. I just, came home from the supermarket this morning and then I just decided, why don't I make a blog and just talk about everything I know about trading. Okay, so that's all for now. And in my future, please like and subscribe. In my future videos, I'm going to focus on one very small topic at a time. So it's going to be much more precise, much more focused in my other videos. So this was just an opening video. So sounded like rambling a little bit, but hopefully you got something out of it. If you have any recommendations or suggestions, please let me know. And I am going to see you next time. Thank you for coming. This is again my channel, Trader Mom. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. And hasta la vista. Bye bye.